Well, we begin with breaking news in Dallas, where police say they are responding to an officer-involved shooting. This is in the 5900 block of Williamstown Road in North Dallas. According to police, there are no injuries at this time. You can see we're taking a live view now from the sky there. You can see a heavy police presence there on the ground. We are waiting for more information from police. Again, no injuries reported at this time. We are expecting more details from police shortly. We do have a crew that is on the way to this scene. We will, of course, bring you any updates as we get them. Turning our attention now to another big story. If you are looking for a new job or you're just ready for a change, today's a good day to start the hunt. More than 500 employers are under one roof right now. Also there are Kevin Reese. He's going to walk us through what's going on there. Hey, Kevin.
Yeah, walk us through what looks like it's going to be a very busy day here at Globe Life Field. This is the 5th annual Globe Life Field job fair sponsored by Representative Beth Van Dyne. Last year, 35,000 people showed up for this event. And if you look around here and you look at the packed parking lot outside and the people still trying to get inside, it looks like it's going to be even busy. Maybe busier this year. This year, as you mentioned, Morgan, more than 530 employers and organizations are here to recruit, expected to recruit more than 30,000 available positions across North Texas. This happens as we are getting good job reports, at least in the state of Texas. But what is the real situation for all these people looking for work? Why the crush of people showing up at this event? We will be talking to these folks here, find out what their situations are, why so many people are here, still lined up outside trying to get in. And if you're not here yet, there is still time. They open the doors at 11. This event runs until 3 o'clock today. We'll be talking to them, have more reports for you later today on Channel 8. For now, live at Globe Life Field, I'm Kevin Reese. Morgan?
All right, Kevin, thank you. And more education news this midday. This morning, the Trump administration announced plans to overhaul the Head Start preschool program. They say this move is to encourage more local decision making, but early childhood policy experts argue deregulation could undermine Head Start's position as the gold standard in early education. Among some of these proposed changes, ending federal staff to student ratios, instead following state child care licensing rules that often allow more kids per teacher. Also on the table, ending required family support services and making English the official language of instruction. Well, while dozens of districts don't start class until next week, the school bell rang early this morning for kids in Duncanville ISD. And our Natalie Haddad was there for day one, checking out some changes in the district this year.
Hello to everyone at Duncanville ISD. 14 campuses, nearly 11,000 students. For all of you, it is your first day of school. For some families, your baby might be starting kindergarten, having their first day of school ever today. And for other families, maybe your teenager is having their first day of school here with Duncanville. Bittersweet, but certainly an exciting time. And here, students and staff, they're going to see a couple of changes headed into this school year. The biggest change probably is going to be cell phones and how they are put away. The district is going to use cell phone pouches for its phone policy this year. You'll remember Texas passed a law banning cell phones and other devices from classrooms. It is up to districts how these phones are put away, and these yonder pouches are the direction Duncanville ISD is going in. Now this morning I spoke one-on-one with DISD's superintendent, Dr. Lamar Gorey, and he says these pouches, they're going to be an adjustment, getting used to using them, but already in the last year, this district has seen a big improvement in the classroom without devices.
What we're seeing is that students are really reconnecting to just high quality instruction, really reconnecting to that relationship with a teacher and to other peers in the classroom in an educational capacity.
And separate from all of this, the district also has a brand new addition, a new facility, the Career and Technology Education Facility, that ribbon cutting just recently. This is a place where students can go to hone in on their skills when it comes to beauty, cooking, design for future careers in these fields. So a lot of really amazing things in store for Duncanville ISD students and staff. And it's going to be an awesome first day of school for all of you. I hope you all enjoy it. In Duncanville, I'm Natalie Haddad. I'll send it back to you.
Love that. All right. Fort Worth ISD heads back to class next week with the state in charge after a takeover by the Texas Education Agency. And there's a new superintendent this year. Dr. Pita Licata stopped by our studio this morning to talk about what to expect on the first day of school.
There will be a teacher in front of every student. We have 9 vacancies at this time. You know, a couple of them are like welding and electrical tech, which is very difficult to find, but we also have overhired. We've hired an additional district teachers, we call them, and there are 15 of them, so we will place them immediately in those spots. So we have a child sitting in a classroom in front of a teacher, which is really a remarkable thing by our HR, because usually we start with about 200, 250 vacancies every year. We are actually in the plus category, so we're excited.
Now, Dr. Licata told us 8 high-performing campuses are getting more operational flexibility, including scheduling autonomy as a reward. New at midday, legal trouble for Dr. Anthony Fauci as a Senate committee votes to hold him in contempt of Congress for refusing to answer questions about the COVID pandemic. ABC's Christian Cordero has details.
1 week after Dr. Anthony Fauci was in the hot seat on Capitol Hill,
I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
The Senate's Homeland Security Committee voting along party lines to hold him in contempt of Congress.
Dr. Fauci faced no risk of federal prosecution. All he had to do was tell the truth.
Fauci repeatedly pled the Fifth during his hearing last week, which largely centered around the origins of COVID-19 and his handling of the U.S.'s national virus response. Senator Rand Paul claims Dr. Fauci lied about how COVID-19 started and misled the public, which Fauci forcefully denies, saying he has always kept an open mind about the virus's origins. In President Biden's final hours in office, Fauci received a preemptive pardon. The pardon, however, does not protect Fauci from new charges under the Trump administration.
The only conclusion I can reach is that the sole reason he is calling me before this committee is to get me to say something, anything, that could vindicate his repeated public pledges that I end up, in his words, quote, behind bars.
Committee Democrats defended Fauci today and raised concerns about the precedent set if anyone is punished for invoking the Fifth Amendment.
The chairman is now asking the committee to take a vote that could harm our ability to conduct future investigations, all without making a reliable case that there is a legal basis for holding Dr. Fauci in contempt.
Typically, this resolution would next go to the full Senate floor, where it needs a 60-vote supermajority to pass. Instead, Senator Paul is taking it directly to the DOJ first. Christian Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
A major health breakthrough today. The FDA approved the first mRNA-based flu vaccine. It's from Moderna for people 50 and older. The drug maker tested it during the 2024 to 2025 flu season and says it was about 27% more effective than traditional flu shots. Moderna says it expects to have the vaccine ready this fall. A new infectious agent is spreading throughout America, and unfortunately, Texas leads the nation in new cases. The disease is due to a fungus called Candida, which was first identified in 2009 and more recently has become more prominent and more difficult to treat. Our medical expert, Dr. David Winter from Baylor Scott & White, joins us to discuss this. Dr. Winter, good morning.
Good morning, Morgan. Good to be with you.
Let's get right into this. Can you tell us about this new infectious disease and just how dangerous is it?
Yeah, it's called Candida or Candida auris. Now, auris is a Latin term for ear because that's where it was first found. Actually, let me show you with my model. Here's the ear canal, and here's the eardrum. This is where it was found first back in 2009. That can exist anywhere on the skin. So it's not just in the ear, but that's the name that's kind of stuck since 2009.
Can you tell me about some of the symptoms for this new disease? What are we looking for?
Yeah, typically if it's on the skin of a healthy person or in the ear canal of a healthy person, it causes no symptoms. But if somebody is frail, if they're old, if they have some immune deficiency problem, it can get into a wound or into the bloodstream. There it can cause a really bad infection, just like a bacterial infection. That's chills, fever, a lot of fatigue, your heart rate goes up, your blood pressure goes down, you're lightheaded. You can get pretty sick with this if you're frail to begin with.
And as far as getting a diagnosis, how is this condition diagnosed?
Yeah, you get it from blood cultures. Now you need to specify because not all blood cultures include fungus, and not all fungus cultures look at this one. So you have to specify that when you talk to the laboratory. So we're putting the word out to doctors, said, be careful when you're trying to diagnose this because it can be a little tricky with the diagnosis.
You know, anytime we hear a headline like this, something new that's popping up, it can be really concerning. If someone is dealing with this, what are the treatment options that are currently available?
Yeah, and let me emphasize again, if you're healthy, you're not likely to get sick with this. You may have it on your skin, we might find it there, but it's not going to cause any disease. These are folks that are in nursing homes, maybe in a long-term hospital stay, maybe have some immunodeficiency problem, and those folks can get very, very sick with this. But there's good medicines for it. It can be treated. It can maybe go away. So a new thing we're learning about, and we'll be able to take care of this, I think, but most of us don't need to worry about this at all.
That's such comforting information, Dr. Winter, because again, you know, when we hear new and we hear spreading and, you know, being in Texas at the top of the list, that doesn't feel good.
Exactly.
So thank you for that advice. We appreciate it.
Right. You bet. Thank you, Morgan.